How do you figure out how to slow down? I feel like my mind it gets into these places where it just starts to race, and I I never know exactly the steps I can take to slow it down. And it never comes at times wherever I can when I can figure out why it's happening in the first place. Sometimes I think I understand my tendencies and what things are affecting me, and I then I get lost every once in a while, and that's when doubt comes in. That's when I struggle to speak clearly. That's when I have a hard time socializing. I have a hard time looking at people in the eye and connecting with people. I I'm less engaged in the things that I'm doing. Um, I feel frantic to get ahead on things, and yet I do less work. And it's this toxic mindset that just serves to bring me down, and I get into these periods of life where I can't seem to get out of my own way. And whenever I can't sit down and just appreciate what's around me for even 5 minutes, I sense there's a problem. It's when I can't legitimately sit by myself and feel okay about the fact that I'm sitting by myself. If I struggle to with this desire to be with other people all the time, to not feel alone, but then when I'm actually with the people, I don't want to be with them anymore, and I can't seem to appreciate where I'm at. And I always used to tell myself, start with gratitude. And it's in moments like these where I seem to forget about that. And whenever I don't engage in consistent gratitude in my life, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what my starting point is. Because if I have nothing to be grateful for, nothing that I'm actively being grateful for, I don't know how good I have it. I can't I can't fully grasp just how good I have it. And it's so frustrating that it's so hard to sit down and just write out or even think about or talk about things that you appreciate. It's so frustrating that it's so hard. And I mean that's why it's a practice that works. Like real quick, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I'm an RA. I'm grateful that I have a job opportunity. I'm grateful that I can actually have money to move out if I get my work done and if I succeed in my endeavors in college. I'm grateful that I have friends in my life that have been in my life for almost 10 years now, and that I can still rely on and talk to and trust to build me up. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm able to. My lifts are highest. I weigh the most. I feel like I look the best. I just ran the most I've ever run the other uh the other day. I have good professors and I have classes that push me. I have a mentor that will guide me and help me throughout my career and do it the right way. I have a great staff. I have a great community of people that I get to work with and not be under pressure and um, uh, negative influence and force to get my job done. I can talk openly with several people in my life. I have friends that want to be vulnerable with me and that request that I be vulnerable with them. I've learned that I don't need women in my life in a romantic way. No matter how much I want it, I don't need it. That realization I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I can smile. I'm grateful that I can sit here and I can smile and nobody can do anything about it. I'm grateful that I can still play the trumpet and that I have places to go to play it with other people. I'm glad that my family is doing good back at home. I'm glad that my sisters are trying their hardest to succeed and that my parents are supporting them. I'm glad that my dad is trying and still fighting and is putting in the work because he cares about us. I'm glad that I get my own dorm room. I'm glad that I don't have to live with other people. I'm glad that I have a place to go anytime I want to with the fraternity if I want to hang out with people. I'm glad there's always things to do. I'm glad that I don't have to work a job that takes up a lot of my time and that sets hours for me. I'm glad that I have the freedom to learn and the freedom to take care of myself, or the freedom of time to take care of myself. I'm glad that my bed is comfortable. I'm glad we got new lounge furniture in our lounge for my floor. I'm glad I have people that want to talk to me in the residence hall, uh, that don't completely shut me out. I'm glad the weather's been nice for the last honestly, the last month. I'm happy homecoming's coming up. I'm glad my friends spend time driving to come see me like every other weekend. I'm glad that I'm not alone in this world and that I know I can rely on people to give me support.